Decision Plus has been and still is a leading stock market service provider. From training to coaching, we cover it all. Try both our software as well as our coaching site, completely free for 10 days without obligation. No credit card is needed to sign up for the trial. The trial subscription will be automatically canceled for you at the end. DecisionPlus.com, your stock market service center. Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try MarketGurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above. Market Vision Plus is the trading companion of so many investors. Make your fundamental and technical analysis easy with Canada's #1 stock market decision-making software. Research, decide, and follow your positions with Market Vision Plus. See the menus just above this program and try Market Vision Plus for 10 days without any obligation after the show. When it comes to day trading, Trader Plus is the right tool. Track 50 quotes simultaneously, create dozens of quick lists, display as many as 30 real-time intraday charts at the same time. Watch the action with candlesticks or bar charts as fast as 10 seconds. See the market by sectors. Use the chart models already prepared for you. Try Trader Plus for 10 days in the menu above without any obligation.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Swing Trading Show. Today we're Wednesday, September 2nd, 2015. The question bar is open, folks. If ever you have any questions, feel free to ask them. This show is going to be special though, because every Wednesday we're going to try to add more interactivity on the show. So I definitely want you guys to participate. There's going to be a survey on the show. I'm also going to share some documents with you later during the show, guys. And as I said, the question bar is open, so if ever you have any questions concerning the stock market or particular strategy you want to talk about, I'm open to that, and that will be my pleasure to answer these questions. Now, with the market situation today, though, we have today a timid rebound, and those are the reasons why we have a timid rebound. First of all, we had in China the fact that the Shanghai Stock Exchange will be closed on Thursday and Friday. It's actually calming investors because the market's decline, though, all this decline has been led by what happened in China. So the fact that the Shanghai index will be closed is actually something that investors like. Second thing, 9 brokerage firms on China have actually accepted to buy about $4.7 billion worth of stocks to support the government's effort to support the stock market. Another good news. Third thing, we had the employment report, the private employment report that shows that we're still creating jobs. Even if it's lower than estimates, it's actually good because we're creating jobs and the American economy is actually becoming more productive. And this is something that's going to give ammunition to the Fed to potentially raise interest rates. Because if we're creating jobs and people are becoming more productive, eventually that's going to lead to a rise in salaries and wages, and then we're going to be able to actually raise interest rates. So this is something that could be positive for the Fed. The Fed, the economy is doing pretty well. And the IMF today, they said that they might join the aid relief of Greece because the finance ministers of Germany said that with other creditors, they'll be able to actually accept a restructuring of the Greek debt. So those are some factors that we have a rebound. But as I said, it remains a timid rebound. So yesterday, there were several opportunities to short on the market. But because the decline was so steep, so brutal yesterday, on MarketGurus.tv, what we have done, we have decided to actually recommend only half positions on the short positions that we have recommended. For instance, there was a Rona, that was one of our short positions that was recommended yesterday. Today the stock is pursuing its decline. There have been also a lot of bearish ETF that were active yesterday. For instance, SPXU or HVU. Today those bearish ETF are taking a hit. So if you have bought those positions yesterday though, I think you should remain patient because the trend is your friend. I know if you bought HVU later yesterday, and you were not able to at least take some profits when you made 2-3% on the since you bought that stock, that ETF, I mean, it can be frustrating because today we're losing 8.11%. But you have to respect the fact that the ETF is still maintaining its upward trend. So therefore, you should definitely not panic at all on that bearish ETF. Now, if we take a look at the sectors that are more at risk, sorry, there's oil that is putting a lot of pressure on its support. It's not yet breaking down its 10-day moving average. So far for me on oil, even if there's some breakdowns, I think the strategy is to reduce your long positions in the energy sector. If we take a look at the sector here, the sector is starting a slight bearish cycle. Now the thing is, for those of you who want to trade the decline on oil, I think you could do so, but only if oil could actually make a new low intraday wise. That would be actually interesting. And so far on the energy sector, we have some breakdowns such as freehold royalties, but a lot of those breakdowns though, in terms of potential, they could easily reach the bottom of August 24th. So on a stock like freehold royalties, we could reach 873. That would not be enough to make a 10%, but that is the potential that you have on a stock like that. The thing that I don't like is the weakening volume on that decline, which is not so great. The good thing is that the stock is just leaving its overbought situation. So that could be actually something that would allow the stock to even go lower. So folks, what we're going to do, I'm going to actually put you a survey where you guys are going to be able to answer your favorite stock in terms of what is your favorite, also what is your opinion on oil for the next the end of the year. So I would definitely like you guys to participate in that survey. The survey is on, and you're going to be able to actually see the answers in the next segment. So guys, you can answer the survey here, and when the results will come, we will publish the results during the show. So I definitely like to have your participation in that. That would be really appreciated. Also, now we have, with the weakness that we have on the energy sector here, we have Vermilion Energy Trust that could break down, Encana that could break down. Actually, if you have marketgurus.tv, as I said, every day we publish a list of stocks that could breakouts or breakdowns, and here among the stocks that could break down, a lot of them are on the energy sector. So you can make the free trial of marketgurus.tv to be able to have access to that. Now, if you take a look here with the weakness in oil, there's one particular sector that is interesting. It's the airline sector, where we have some stocks that are breaking out. Delta Airlines is a breakout. American Airlines Group for a target of $44. So this is the target that you have on a stock like that. So far, yes, the momentum is bullish on the earth. A lot of congestion there on a stock like that. But the loss potential will not be too great if you get out at 37.50 on a stock like that. So we're going to put the results of the survey. We can see here what price you expect crude oil to be in the next 3 months. Most people, well, actually it's 50-50. Some people expect it to be 35. Some people expect it to be 50. So we don't really have a clear view on that. If we continue with the next question here that we had, are you exposed to the energy sector? Most people are not exposed to the energy sector, which is a good thing, because what we have done on marketgurus.tv, we don't even have any exposure on the energy sector. So that is something which means that you follow our advice. The thing on the energy sector though, even if we decline, the potential will be limited towards 155. And the next question is that what is your favorite Quebec stock? Most people prefer Prometic, so which is a good thing. In the French show it was mostly Couche-Tard, but on this show it's mostly Prometic. So I'm sure if Mr. Laurent listens to the show, he'll be more than happy to know that most our viewers prefer his stock. Now, if we continue here with some stock here, we have Rich, should I buy HOD right now or wait? Well, Rich, as I said, for the energy, for oil, oil is definitely negative, right? But the thing is, I'm not seeing so far oil making a new low intraday. So I'd like to see oil breaking 1425. If it does break 1425, that will definitely be interesting to buy some positions on HOD. Your target is 1375 or even 1325 on USO. So HOD, if USO goes below USO, that's a go on HOD, and those are your two targets where you should consider to take some profit. If USO reaches 1375 and if it reaches 1325, which corresponds to this upward trend on the intraday chart. But why I said I need to see the USO going below 1425 is because we're testing the 10-day moving average, and that doesn't mean that we might actually go lower than that. So you need a confirmation of that bearish momentum though on USO. And if we take a look at the market situation, the fact that they stay neutral, I don't want you to be caught in buying some ETF or buying some shares or short selling some shares that will not be of any use or will not pay off when we have market conditions that are so volatile, but also unclear in the sense that today's rebound is lacking strength, and nothing says that we might not continue to go down in the next few days. So folks, what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually share with you something special. I'm going to share with you first the list of some bearish ETF and also the performance of our portfolio, because we know the month of August was a tough month for a lot of investors. But on MarketGurus.tv, if you have followed our advice of our analyst choice, most of the time we actually did pretty well for the month of August. So on MarketGurus.tv, as I said, it's pretty simple. When you have MarketGurus.tv, you have our analyst choice. So every day we publish a list of the best picks in our analyst choice. Whenever there's a stock that we're going to get rid of or we're going to take some profits on, there is some calls. If it's a Canadian stock, your call is going to be there. If it's an American stock, the call is going to be here. So you can actually follow all of our portfolio around there. And every week we release a movement, or we release the list of the stocks on our portfolio in the analysis and advice section. So the document sharing is there. You can actually download to see the stocks that we have in our portfolio and the performance of our portfolio for the last 2 years.
Find answers to your questions by emailing your host at btm@decisionplus.com.
5 good reasons to manage your investments with National Bank Direct Brokerage. Commission fees fixed at $9.95 anytime for all clients and starting at only $6.95 for active investors. No administrative fees if you hold at least $20,000 in your accounts. Registered accounts available in U.S. currency. Powerful tools to help you manage your portfolio. Award-winning customer service and satisfaction levels amongst the highest in the industry. To learn more, visit nbdb.ca or call us now.
Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try MarketGurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above.
So welcome back, folks. So we have some questions here from Z. Is MVP of any use for day trading? Well, MVP is not really useful for day trading, mostly for swing trading. However, I think you can definitely use MVP to give you some targets. I give you an example, Z. For instance, there was Alamos Gold. That would what's Alamos? Yeah, Alamos Gold. I don't know what's the ticker. Alamos Gold in the AGI. Yeah, okay. Alamos Gold. So Alamos Gold, if we take a look at this on MarketGurus.tv, on Market Vision Plus, sorry, MVP, you can actually have the intraday chart, any period, right? So this is something that's good. So you had here a clear breakout on Alamos Gold. Now, intraday wise, you see all that. However, with Market Vision, what you can see is you can add additional indicators. So for instance, when the stock broke out here at 595, it was a clear entry point because we had a sideways formation, a clear breakout. Now, what was the target? Well, with Market Vision Plus, I was able to put the moving average and see that the target was around 622. We did reach that, and after we declined, we had a wave of sellers. The best software, I think, to day trade is definitely Trader Plus. So Trader Plus, you can see the intraday chart, see, okay, how is a stock moving? Is it actually a great entry point? So you could have determined, for instance, on AGI, let's take a look at this. You could have determined, for instance, on AGI, okay, on AGI, here was a great entry point. That was great. Now, what are the moving average on AGI if we put a daily chart? Well, Market Vision Plus allows you to see that. And this is why I think you can use both to help you day trade better. So Market Vision Plus gives you the vision of how far the stock could go by looking at the moving average, by looking at some stochastics with the daily chart. Trader Plus allows you to actually go minute by minute to determine when is the stock confirming an entry point on day trading. So this is actually how I think you could use both softwares to help you in your day trading. Personally, I cannot use one without the other. I tend to use both at the same time to determine my best day trading pick. Now, if we continue here with some stocks, hi Chris, what do you think about short selling Disney? It closed below its moving average yesterday and sector seems weak. Well, it's a nice question you have here, Chris, because definitely it's a nice stock. The thing that I like with Disney is that usually when a stock is breaking down an important support like it did here, go lower than its 200-day moving average, which is in green, right? Rebounds, comes to retest its 200-day moving average and goes down again, that's actually the signal that is bearish on that stock. Now, the thing is that if you're shorting Disney right now, well, we have a negative top on the stochastics. First, a good point. That is okay to short Disney. Second good point on this, the second thing I'm not clear is about the histogram. It doesn't give me any clue for the histogram so far because we don't have any bullish or bearish divergence. So far, I cannot really rely on the histogram. Now, if I'm going to rely here on how the stock is doing on a yearly basis, on a yearly chart, I'm seeing that the stock is still testing its upward trend where it rebounded several times. So for those reasons, I think there was some negative news on Disney that also precipitates this decline. So if you want to short Disney at those levels, the good thing is that your loss potential will not be great. 100-205, if ever the stock goes slightly above its 200-day moving average, that is the point where you should get out on Disney. Now, what targets do you have until that former support, which corresponds to $90? So there is at least a 10% potential for almost a less than 5% loss potential because you have to get out around 100-205. On a stock like Disney, you have a potential towards $90. I believe that the stock could do so if the sector continues to remain weak and if the markets resume their decline. So for those reasons, I think Disney could represent an opportunity to short. I know that yesterday I think the stock was recommended as a short on marketgurus.tv. Today it's having a rebound. The risk is that if ever the markets pursue the rally tomorrow, well then it's going to be a false signal. But knowing that you could easily get out at those levels, which will not be too much of a loss potential, I think it's worth taking the risk on a stock like Walt Disney. Now, as for the best day trade of the day, folks, it's that stock here, WAVX. It gave us some entry points. It was tough to do day trading today, especially when we have markets that are so flat, so boring. Today, folks, we have one entry point here that was tough, another one here, another one that was just confirmed there. The next entry point is going to be at 32 cents 50 on a stock like WAVX. So that's the stock that should be watched for another entry point for day trading. Elsewhere, a lot of weakness on the resources. Gold is taking a slight hit but continues to remain neutral. The energy sector is the sector that could break down, but so far oil needs to make a new low. And the energy sector, even if it's in a bearish cycle, folks, in terms of the quality of the breakdowns, Some of them, like Freehold Realties, represent a great opportunity, but I'd like to see them maintain their decline. If ever throughout the day I see them rebounding, for me that would totally be a false signal on a lot of those bearish signal on the energy sector. So far, as of yesterday, if you bought some bearish ETF or if you shorted some stocks, I think you should not panic with today's rebound. It's a rebound that is fragile. It's a rebound that could easily deflate. And the reasons why markets are going up today is first because the Shanghai Stock Exchange will be closed on Thursday and Friday, which will create less volatility, and the fact that 9 brokerage firms have made some commitments to buy some shares in China, and also the fact that Greece could actually have the IMF that could back it, and the ADP employment report combined with a rise in productivity of US workers. So I wish you all a good trading and see you tomorrow on the Swing Trading Show. Thank you.